Right now, Cyclop is one of the most unique free synthesizers ever. I'm sure that's also one of the best. Its main feature is that it can synthesize any sound, but of course it also has many other features. But does it really deserve to be at the top amongst Viral, Surge, and many others? Let's find out. Now, first of all, it's made by Dawesome and it's a smaller version of Myth. But the idea of this video is to also discuss if it's powerful on its own. Now, the main difference is that Cyclop has only one resynthesizing engine, but still it's a really complex technology and it's crazy to have it for free.
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, so in the middle we have the iris, and there we can drag and drop any sample we want. As you can see, we have two resynthesizing engines, one is more synthetic than the other. It will create different layers of sound represented by the color, and you can fade between them. Below that we have many parameters to change this sound. Because of that you can just use the sine wave sample and still get crazy results. We have controls for FM, for the ratio, to add inharmonic content to the signal, to detune it a little bit, and also to smooth it out. Of course, all of this can be modulated, and you have the modulators at the left. What's crazy is that you can add modifiers for the modulators, giving you crazy shapes. I'm giving away 10 presets for Cyclop for channel members and also for patrons. So if you want them and many other free presets, consider joining the platform you like the best. Now, as I said, the main engine is still the tip of the iceberg, because below that we can add different types of filters, effects, and even more oscillators. You can see that in the oscillator tab we can add waves, which is a basic synthesizer which will give us another layer of sound. Besides, we can create a chain of different models which can affect also the main signal. And these models include things like FM, AM, RM, or the wave, as I said, some effects like a chorus, filtering, distortion, and some unique things like the switch or the orbit. Now, if you consider that 3 models is not enough, don't worry, because in the filter and effects tabs we have 3 more models that we can use. For instance, in the filter now we don't have the wave generator and we have less modulation options, but now we have more filter options. And of course, remember that all of these parameters can be modulated. Now on the effects tab we have, well, effects such as reverbs and delays, but with some unique effects too. For instance, the reverb also has these clouds and this shimmer. The delay has the grains and the loophole. We have an emulation of the Juno 60 chorus, which you also can find on the other tabs, and also some utilities like EQs and an OTT. As with many other synthesizers that I review on this channel, I think that this is all about exploration because it's not your typical interface. I mean, in other synthesizers you can clearly see not only the sound generators, but also the filters and the effects and whatever else. But still, don't get intimidated by it. Once you understand where everything is, it's very easy to use. Now, of course, you may think that this is for more experimental kind of sounds and some ambience or drones. But if you check the presets, you will see that we have a wide variety of things. As I said, you don't need to use the Resynthesis engine to get crazy results. But if you use it, you can go even beyond. Now, there are a couple more very interesting features. I mean, for instance, we have the random preset selector or a random patch generator. The longer you hold, the more changes there will be. And the other very interesting, unique, and awesome feature is that you can actually drag and drop the last key that you played as a sample. So the synthesizer is excellent for creating samples without having to render each time. Not only that, you can actually use this workflow, which is drag and drop, and instead of dropping the sample into your project, you drop it into the synthesis engine. So you can use this synth to create its own samples for other patches. Now, of course, there are two important questions. First, is this a limited myth? Yes and no. I mean, of course, with myth you get a lot more features. But Cyclop on its own, it's very powerful, and if you don't want to go to the next level, you're totally fine. I mean, you can use it and still get very crazy and advanced results. The other question is the one that I said at the beginning: does Cyclop deserve to be at the top with other free synthesizers? I think yes. Of course, the workflow may not be the most optimal for you. It's not as fast as Vital, for instance, but it's very powerful on its own and it's not hard to learn how to use it. The link for this synth is going to be in the description, and while you're at it, give a like to the video. Also consider subscribing, thank you so much. Let me know your opinions on Cyclop down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, I will see you next time, and bye bye!